What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. Today, we're going to talk about the routes we are going after Elimination Chamber. I'm recording this right after Elimination Chamber, kind of still fresh on my mind. We're just going to be talking about what I expect from here on out going into WrestleMania season, what we're looking at with all the people that were kind of involved for WrestleMania, or not WrestleMania, for Elimination Chamber. There's a lot that's pretty obvious. There's a lot that's not pretty obvious, but we'll talk about it and we'll go ahead and start it. I think that's where we should go. So let's talk about Liv Morgan. There's definitely some routes you can go as a tag team champion. Is she going to defend the tag titles? Is she going to be involved in maybe, oh my God, my throat, kind of late night, you already know. Does she go against somebody else? Is it a feud? Right now, I think no matter what, Alexa Bliss is going to be the person she's involved with. Now, I have a feeling it could be either, a three-way tag team match, a tag team match just against the Wyatts, a street fight against Judgment Day and the Wyatts, whatever it might be. The centerpieces of it all will be Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss, in my opinion. I think that's what they're going for. Alexa Bliss obviously getting hinted a lot for the Wyatt 6. It just makes so much sense for her to be a part of the Wyatt 6. I just don't know if it's Nikki Cross and her going for Liv and Raquel, or if it's Wyatt 6 on Judgment Day. I think that's where it might be also going to, and I could really understand why we would go there. So for Liv Morgan, I think that's the route for her for sure. Up next, we have Roxanne Perez. I'm thinking it's Bayley so far. I think, and it's very weird, I have to say. We didn't really get any confirmation or more for sureness on Roxanne and Bayley having a WrestleMania program, because right now it's seemed like that was a for sure thing. Now, without any elimination, anything weird, I have to be honest with you, I'm a little sus of this one, because I feel like Bayley obviously could go into any feud and it would work out well. I think Roxanne being on Raw makes a lot of sense, but Roxanne has been on NXT a lot, and it makes me wonder, is Roxanne still technically on NXT until she gets drafted? Because it could be a feud with Jordynne Grace. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's happening with that, but I just got to be honest with you. I feel like Roxanne should stay on Raw, and it should be Roxanne and Bayley entering Raw to really put over Roxanne as a new great talent. That's what I feel like, but we'll see. I think also because they didn't pick up elimination on each other, maybe it's an IC title kind of in the mix. Maybe they both go for the IC title. Oh my gosh, I was about to crash out. Up next, Bianca Belair. This is pretty obvious. I have Rhea Ripley is obviously going to be one of her fighters. She's not losing title to Io Sky. The only thing that's very interesting about this is Io Sky in the mix? And I think there is a chance that you have a triple threat of Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky to make Bianca maybe hold the title with a pin on Io, or Io pin Bianca. Whatever it might be, I think that was where you take off the championship on Rhea without her getting pinned. And I think it's a good way for entering WrestleMania to really add her. Now, I thought it was pretty obvious with Liv Morgan how to make this a triple threat with Liv interfering. I don't think Bianca interferes as much. Maybe it's an accidental interference, like somebody like hits Bianca or does something where she bumps into Rhea and Io Sky and take them out. I could see something like that, but I just have to believe that Io Sky is very WrestleMania-less, and I think this is a good way to really showcase the talent of her without her needing to be and I have my ringer on, a big talent that I think will be huge for WWE. Up next, you have Naomi. This is so obvious. It's Jade Cargill. I think if you didn't want Bianca and Jade to happen, and if you didn't want a triple threat between the three, what was a good way to have a good WrestleMania feud with Jade Cargill? Naomi fits perfectly. Now, I want Bianca to win the title, so Jade Cargill potentially wins the title, maybe entering SummerSlam. And it's a huge feud between the two because maybe Bianca was behind it all along. We will have to see. But I gotta be honest with you. For now, this is an obvious feud that's going to happen, and I'm actually super excited for this WrestleMania match. I think without seeing Jade Cargill for a while, it just made me realize how talented and how crazy Jade Cargill looks when she just entered the ring. Up next, we have Sami Zayn. I'm a little kind of on this one. I keep going back and forth. What could it be for Sami Zayn? I'm going Karrion Kross, but I don't know. I think they could ride him off for a long, long time with this injury. Could they ride him off till WrestleMania? We'll see. But at the same time, I think Karrion Kross is the move they're going to go. I generally do. I believe that they're going to give a match between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn where it's about Karrion Kross kind of make him evil, and maybe Karrion Kross gets the win, so Sami Zayn is just like, I can't believe like my life right now, and maybe that's how he crashes out and becomes heel. Just a thought, just an idea, but I really like the potential of Karrion Kross being somebody that could get a good WrestleMania win and could be high up there as somebody that should, and I mean should, get a push. Up next, we have Drew McIntyre. I actually just realized I skipped over to KO and Randy, but I think it's obvious that's Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Drew McIntyre. Rumors had it he was going to win the Elimination Chamber. Instead, he got rolled up by Damian Priest after destroying John Cena, which very deserved now. Damian Priest is going to be the guy that I think Drew McIntyre is going to go against. And like everybody in WWE, this feels like a nothing feud. I don't know. I think if they really had it where Drew McIntyre wasn't feuding with CM Punk for all of 2024, then this would feel like a good feud because it would feel like Damian Priest is 1000% going against Drew McIntyre because they've had a feud ever since he cashed in on him since WrestleMania. But the only thing that's been crazy for them to go against each other is at Clash of the Castle. Like, that's the only time they really went against each other, and Drew lost because of CM Punk. After that, Drew was not part of Damian's story. Damian wasn't part of Drew's story. It really was more Drew and Punk for the whole time. And because that is the case, this doesn't feel like a great feud for a full year. I do believe that it's whatever, it's okay, whatever. But to me, this sucks a little bit because Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, I feel like you can throw Damian Priest into a US or an IC title ladder match or whatever. I know it's a little downgraded, but maybe for SmackDown. And I feel like Drew deserves a title thing, but not going to happen. Up next, we have CM Punk. I think it is obvious he's going after Seth Rollins after he screwed him over. Now, to make things interesting, even though I think CM Punk deserves to be in a main event, deserves to be in a main title, I think the main event right now will be obviously John Cena and Cody ending the night. I have to believe that night 2 will either be Gunther and Jay, Bianca, Rhea, and Io, or, obviously because of Roman Reigns, Punk, Seth, and Roman. I think this is the match. I think this is the rumor match, and it is going to be true. I really do see a world where this is the main event for night 1 because, truthfully, Roman's draw, Punk's draw, Seth's draw, this is going to be a fun little match. Now, I did kind of want Roman and Seth to have a solo one-on-one because of how much history is between them. Seth cost Roman last year. Good year thing. And they have so much history to go off of. I wanted Seth and Punk to be in a feud, but they did that at Raw. I feel like this is a valid grudge match. But. I have to say this. I believe Punk, truthfully, should be in a title match. And I wonder what's going to happen from here on out. I think he could use a favor to maybe be in a match. Maybe the winner of this goes into the Cena match, even though I think Cena and Cody Rhodes is now very, very valid to have a one-on-one that makes sense. I just got to be honest with you. This kind of sucks. And I wish they were doing more with CM Punk, truthfully. Up next, we have Logan Paul. Nothing from Elimination Chamber said what is going on with him, so I just have to guess off of previous Raws and everything, which I haven't seen the Raw after Elimination Chamber yet, so let me know how that goes. I think you can go different ways. I think it could be IC title with Braun Breaker maybe, or a ladder match and putting him involved. I think it could be a feud. I thought John Cena would make sense. I thought Punk would make sense. You know what? Maybe Punk and Logan Paul is the WrestleMania match that we're all seeing, and hopefully to God it's not. I think it's going to be AJ Styles in some way because of the little thing they had. And I think it's a big match that I think Logan Paul and AJ would kind of have, but I need AJ to win to maybe build himself up. Maybe this is the way they build himself up for the summer. I just got to be honest. I just can't, and I really don't believe that Logan Paul is going to be WrestleMania-less. But right now, there's not really much there. So we'll have to see. And finishing off, we have John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Big, obvious one. Heel John Cena versus babyface Cody Rhodes. This is going to be one of my favorite matches, I feel like, in a 2025 by far, like the full 2025. My only thing that I'm wondering is John Cena going to be capable of doing a full match for like 30, 40 minutes? If not, could we see maybe somebody get added to make a triple threat so there's breaks, there's little relaxations, all that, and Cody's the workhorse of it? I keep thinking what are the odds, but I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think it is going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and no one's added to it, but we'll have to see. But this is a huge match that's going to be generational. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.